Hey there, welcome to CNT Collectibles. I am C?
I'm T, I think.
And you have pizza on your face still.
I do, yeah, I just had pizza.
Exactly. All right. So this is our left field edition of our Hall of Fame tracker. If you are like me and you got coaxed into coaching multiple children's youth basketball teams and you do not have time for the flipping game and you just want to focus on players who have a nice long-term path to relevancy, this is my homework, and perhaps this is for you. So we're going to look at the modern left fielders that are perhaps on the best track to eternal relevance.
Coaching my team?
I love it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but just doesn't leave me a lot of time for flipping cards.
You just said you'd trade it for cards.
No, I did not say that as a matter of fact.
I'd also do that.
I did not. All I'm saying is I do not have time to flip cards now because of that, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I'm looking for players that are on a long-term path of relevance that I don't have to watch over like a hawk every day or anything like that. I can just put them away, and they will hopefully hold their value. All right. Got it?
Yeah.
Terrific. All right. Hall of Fame stats for the left
field.
field.
By the way, on that, it was Carly Shumsey, Ted Williams, and Ricky Henderson.
Very good. Very good. All right.
I got two of them.
Can you read that?
Oh, sure.
Hall of Fame stats.
Oh, nice. 22 left fielders
That's
in
all
the
you,
MLB
kid.
Hall. Oh, okay. 22 left fielders in the MLB Hall of Fame. Average F4.
F4 is Fangraphs War.
Fangraphs
Not a
War.
dirty word. It's Fangraphs War. 66.24. The highest 4 belongs to
4. Ted Williams, class of 1966.
130. Most hits.
What was it? 3,419. Carlo U.S. Dempsey, class of 1989. Most home runs, 521. Ted Williams, class of 66. Or you can do 1966.
I spelled Yastrzemski wrong on the first time, but the second time I nailed it. And I think honestly,
How did you spell it? How did you
well, you
spell
can
it?
see the difference there. I missed a Z, but then I got it. And I mean, if you're batting 500 on spelling his name, I think you're doing pretty well. So, 3,000 hit club. We have 3 members. Yes, Ricky,
Yastrzemski.
Lou Brock. He was very fast. And the only member of the 500 home run club.
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. There it is.
Where's the current ones?
They're not there yet. Well, left fielders.
Eloy, Eddie Rosario.
Yeah, they're not there. As you're going to find out, left field's a little.
What a god postseason.
He did, but up until that point, so it's a left field's a little bit rough here. So for your consideration, Orestes Mini Minoso passed away recently, but 13-time All-Star, 3 Gold
years
Gloves, very good, and 4 times in the top 5 of MVPs.
Old.
Yes, you were. 15 years on the Baseball Writers of America ballot and never got more than 21% of the vote, which is a shame. So one of the things he's actually famous for is he played in every decade up until like 2000. The St. Paul Saints actually signed him to play a game. And so he played in I think going back to the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and I think he even got a game into the 2000s. But he's a terrific player. He's going to be on the ballot for the Old Timers Committee, so get your 1952 Orestes Minoso cards now, because I think he's gonna make his way into the Hall this time around, and he probably should. So good for him. So that's person. A few guys on deck.
Is that Alex Kirilov?
It is not.
Trevor Larnach?
Trevor Larnach, Andrew Vaughn, Alex
Adley Rushman.
Ryan Mountcastle. Adley Rushman is not a left fielder.
Is he center? Center? Right?
Adley is a catcher. All right.
What?
Yes. So, but anyways, these are players you will not see today. They're very young. They are prospects. Perhaps we'll see them in a few years. But today, it's not about them. It's about people who've put a little time into the game.
Jared Kelenic? No, he's center.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
He's left. Yeah.
Oh.
Kyle Lewis would be your center fielder.
Oh.
All right. Great. Let's start off with Randy Arizona.
Uh-huh.
All right. A career WAR 4.3. Average Hall of Famer at age 26 has 24 WAR. Well off the path. Late start. There's no doubt he can hit and he can play, but he just came up really, really late. And so
I thought he had like an amazing season. Wait,
he had amazing 2 weeks. That does not make a season.
I want to see Arcides Aquino.
No, you don't.
No,
It's
I mean
even worse
I do.
than this.
I just want to see his starting, and then I want to see his ending.
Even worse than this. Awards. Ricky, he is your reigning Rookie of the Year. Well off the path here, so he could have a terrific season, but this is a card that maybe you do not want to put a ton of money into. Joey Gallo.
Hey, I love the face.
Absolutely. 13 wins to his name. 29 wins is your average Hall of Famer at age 27. 415 hits. Now, here's what we're looking at for him.
It said that on the last one, Randy Arizona, it said that he had 28 home runs. Meanwhile, Pete Alonso, he gets 53 home runs in his rookie debut.
Yeah, very good. All right. But Arizona did
Gallo-
like Arizona did like 20 in like 2 weeks. So, all right, now here's what we're looking for: 158 home runs. What if he plays for another 10 years and averages like 40 home runs? He's a 500 home run guy. So he was on a very good track. I mean, completely underrated player. Great defense, surprisingly. But COVID flattened out. But this year he's terrific again. So this threw him. He started late, so he's off the path. But he's tracking pretty well. So for him, it's about longevity, and there is a lot of space to make up for here. But again, those home runs can be sneaky here. A couple All-Star games, couple Gold Gloves. So again, below the line is not great, but he's sure doing what he can to maintain the trajectory.
The one of the parts that I like about him is his face.
Great. Yes, absolutely. He's huffing and puffing around here. Austin Hayes, 3 wins to his name. 13 wins is what your average Hall of Famer has at age 24. He's benefiting from coming up early, and that's half the game right there. So hits, home runs, weighted runs created, nothing out of the ordinary here.
I
so
strike him out a lot.
Yeah, so what we're looking for out of him, he's got the hit tool. He's capable of playing very, very well. He is young. And really, because he's young and has a few seasons under his belt, that's why he's making this list here. But if he can start putting together some good seasons here, maybe he could start to track and close that gap a little bit here. If he's not able to get it done in the next year or two, then all bets are off. Then that's it. But if he's able to have a good year next year and start to track this line a little bit, we'll see what happens. He's certainly capable of it. We've seen it in stretches. Just need to see it for a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Austin Meadows, kind of the same thing. He came up and had a really terrific rookie season. People got really excited.
That's way too late.
No, not necessarily. So it was behind the curve. There's no question about it.
He started a little bit high, actually.
Well, yeah, his first season he put up like 4.5 wins, and then last year in the shortened season he was a negative player, and then this year he had a couple win seasons. Started out the first half of the season, looked great. Then he slowed off the pace here, so he's got 6 wins to his name.
2018 was a good rookie year.
It was a terrific rookie year for him. Yeah, across for everybody, right? Great rookie class.
I just remembered a good left fielder that's coming up.
Okay, there you go. 26 years old, should have about 24 wins there, so well off the pace here. Let's see if he can get it going. If he can duplicate what he did in this first half, maybe he can track. But he's so far off the pace that this is one where if you have put money in these cards, you want to use those hot streaks for probably lightening the load here. He could have some terrific years here. He's a very good hitter, an elite bat at the plate, or near elite. But as far as that long-term thing, this is not a buy, hold, forget if you are into him for a lot of money.
And he made it to an All-Star game.
He did make it to it. Like I said, he's a terrific player. And it's not saying don't buy these guys. Just be mindful of the price you paid. And if they are well off this track, then you want to exit before they really start to flatten out in their middle 30s.
We've already had 2 rays.
We have had a couple of rays.
Here's a clue to the one that I'm thinking of.
Oh.
He was a rookie in that same year, and he's in...
Is he? Or did he get traded to the AL East? Red Sox? All right, let's just keep going here. Andrew Benintendi came up as a Red Sox.
That's not it.
Career WAR, 10. At the average Hall of Famer at age 26, 24.20. Came up and looked really good.
That's very good. On the line.
It was on the line. Injury.
And then...
Shortened season. Negative player. Got a little bit bumped. Played okay last year. But this takes him well off of the path here. He is a Gold Glover. So we'll see if how much love he gets in Kansas City here. So, his best case is to start tracking and then play for a really long time. Play for 4 or 5 years and peak at age 36 or 37. So it's not looking great. Left field again, kind of rough here, but that's why we do this as well. We want to see who's on the track, but we want to see who's off the track, so you don't get carried away when these guys are starting to play well. We know what their long-term prospects are. So. Is this it? Not it. No. Okay, that's all right. Alex Verdugo, career wins 5.
He's a good one, just not it.
He's good. Yeah, absolutely. Hall of Very good. A lot of these guys are going to be Hall of Very good. That's just how it is. Average Hall of Famer at age 25, 18.94. He's finally getting some playing time here, and he's being productive with it. Even in a shortened season last year, he was productive, and this year he's putting up a little bit more here. Very good bat. He's capable of hitting 290, 300 for Mookie, right? So
and Alex Verdugo for Mookie Betts, that doesn't.
So far, Jeter Downs is in there. So far, it's looking pretty good for the Ball Sox. They didn't get ripped off or anything like that. So
I think the Dodgers are
with full-time at bats on the Red Sox. Maybe he can start to put together a few things in track. But like a lot of these guys, he's in a spot where he needs to start doing that right now. So he's got youth on his side. But he needs to start putting up 4 or 5 wins. Really, this is a 4 or 5 win pace on an annual basis, and then it flattens out. So you really want to see those 4 or 5 wins to kind of keep pace, and then a lot of these guys are just going to have to play a little bit longer here. So Alex Verdugo is not much different than most of the guys on this list. Is this it? Tyler O'Neill.
No, why was there so much good 2018 rookies.
Right? Hey, what a great, yeah, that was a completely underrated set. That Series 1 2018 set, those cards, we were picking up pretty cheap, and you know, it turns out that there's some good players in there, right? So, 7 wins, 24.2 at age 26. So really for him, it was a late start, not getting a lot of playing time. They shuffled. Well, yeah, they just shuffled people in and out of that outfield.
He was like, bang.
But very excellent hitter, a couple of gold gloves, very good defender. That's going to keep him on the field here. And after we did last season, he should have a full-time job, so he can track. And if he's able to be this 4 or 5 win player, you know, perhaps he can catch up down the road here or something like that. So you want to start above the line. You know, starting below the line puts you behind things. But if he's able to do what he did last year, repeat it for a couple of years, he'll really start to get noticed. And right now, his cards are fairly
he was with
cheap.
Arenado, and then Arenado took over the Cardinals, and then Arenado came back, and I think ONeill might have a chance to be the best player in the. Oh, there we go.
Eloy, yeah.
I'm just gonna blow that sentence away.
3 wins, almost 4 wins to his name. 13 wins is what you're looking for at age 24. So he's still young.
Still line.
We know he can hit. He can hit bombs. He's got a silver slugger. He's capable of being the best hitter at his position.
Hey, I have that card.
You still have that card. So he came up. He came up kind of on time here in his first year. He put up 3 wins. And then the last couple of years, he's just been hurt. Hasn't put up much.
And he's super lucky to come up in 2019 because that's when everybody hit bombs.
Did not hurt. Did not hurt. He hit a lot of them as well here. So he is off.
Pete Alonso hit 53.
He is off the track. So what we need to see from him is really starting next year. So age 24. So age 25 will be his next year. His next season will be his age 25 season. We need to see him putting up 4 or 5 wins and tracking this. Can't get too far off the beaten path here. So he is capable of it. And so if he is fully healthy, then we could see him start to be that 4 or 5 win player again. You need to average that on an annual basis. So he got a good start. If he was healthy, then he could be tracking a lot closer, but perhaps he can catch up. But in terms of all the third basemen today, that's actually he's not too bad. Or yeah, left fielder, not too bad. All right, Christian Yelich.
Oh, I
get down to the last couple here.
Gosh.
Exactly, Christian Yelich.
He's not the one that I was thinking of.
Okay, career Fangraphs WAR 36 at age 29. 38 is what you're looking for out of the average Hall of Famer.
That is super good.
1,200 hits. Well, he was amazing for a couple of years. 160 home runs, weighted runs created 132. So he is an elite hitter at the plate. MVP All-Star Game, Silver Slugger, Gold Glove, 2 batting titles, 2 top 5 MVPs. So we know what he did over the last, not the last couple of years, but the 2 years before that. He was one MVP. He was like second in the MVP, and really looked like he was all world. And then you had the the shortened season, which he got hurt, and then this year, which he got hurt. And so, if he's still hurt next year, he's got time to recover. He's right on track here.
He started above the line.
Exactly. He was tracking, and then he went above with a couple MVP seasons. So if he's able to get back to 4 or 5 wins next year, then he's going to be right back on track. Now, if he's still hurt and these are lingering problems, it's a huge red flag at this point here. Then he'll continue to slide off the track, and then we've seen this before where guys just kind of flatten out and they don't really get to where they need to be.
He's a center fielder.
He's a left fielder for our purposes. Left field was so rough.
Who's their center fielder then?
Joe Adell.
Oh.
Left field was so rough. It's like we got to throw him a bone here. So here's Mike Trout.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah. 77. The average Hall of Famer at age 29 is 38, so he's slightly ahead of the pace.
I'm so happy we did this.
1,400 hits.
310
home runs.
That is messed up.
Weighted runs created 172. Most guys don't get that in a season. That is his career number here.
That is messed up.
3 MVPs, 9 All-Star games. He's been playing for 9 years. 8 Silver Sluggers.
And he
Rookie of the Year, 9 MVP, top 5 MVPs. Every year he's played, he's been in the top 5 of MVP.
9 All-Star games. 8.
This is what you call generational player, best player of the generation.
That is what you call him. And since he's connected,
there's very little doubt that he is in. The only question is, can he keep it going and be all-time elite, great, top 5? That's what we're looking at.
He's the best player that we've ever had in this.
He's the best player in the game.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I will put
the career Fangraphs score is 77.9.
as it stands.
And the average Hall of Famer at 29 is.
It's hard not to put Pujols up there. If you look at what he did the first 10 years, it was ridiculous.
I was thinking that Juan Soto should be up there.
He's a right fielder. All right. He's a right fielder. We'll get to him in a couple of weeks here.
Okay, then the one that I was thinking of.
Here's your price relative. Here's all of your guys that are below the line.
I was thinking of
and they all cost about this. They all cost about the same here. Joey Gallo's
is 2,800.
Joey Gallo is the most expensive at $40. He is tracking a little bit better. He's got a different skill set. He's been around a little bit longer. There could be a little bit of a premium. These are all the PSA 10s, and so you can compare the chromes. There should have a similar disparity here, but most of these guys that are off the track below the line, they are about the same price here. So the market kind of has it right here. Again, a little premium for Joey Gallo, but he's been around for a few more years. A little bit more established track record, and honestly, I would want him here, like Tyler O'Neill, in my lineup more than most of these guys here. All right, we get to Christian Yelich, just tracking, but a little bit off the track, and so compare him to some other guys that we've looked at. If you look like the Lindors and the Machados, and those guys are sitting around $60. It's kind of fair. Next year, if he's able to have a really good season, then this price probably goes up and he goes into that next tier of guys here. But if he's still injured and he's really struggling next year, then this or lower, $40 to $50 card as he falls off of that track. Mike Trout, you are priced as an all-time great. We look at him every Friday, whatever. That's just
every Friday?
Yeah, chart show. This is the price that you're going to pay for a Mike Trout. So, when you get to the all-time greats, when you get to the Pujols and things
Mike
of that nature,
Trout,
then
it's only been 9 years. He's probably
only.
He's probably the next Sandy Koufax. 9 years.
That's a pitcher.
People
are throwing him in with.
He's a left fielder / center fielder of Sandy Koufax because he's already a Hall of Famer.
Mickey Mantle is what people would largely compare him to.
Well,
so
how much innings did he play when he was a no doubt Hall of Famer?
Mickey Mantle, I don't know. We'll look at him next week in center fielders. We'll take a special look at Mickey Mantle. You can learn about Mickey Mantle. So
Okay.
That's what we got for you. There's your left fielders. It's rough, but center and right it gets pretty exciting. We'll finish up strong here.
Mike Trout is so much.
Absolutely. So that's how it goes. Appreciate your time. Have a
Bye.
great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.